Well, here comes a crunch game. So much depends on this. Expectation and nerve. It is indeed a heady mix. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And we're underway.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you could expand on that for us, Jim.
Just underlapping spaces to be...
So well, I think he's still in the game for either side, actually. In a hurry. Leak it, just needed better contact.
Sneijder, clearly, but maybe there were better options for him there.
shot! Close for comfort. Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. That has ended up in no man's land. Well, Jim, there he is, the much-storied Gabriel Batistuta. Fair to say, I think he will be a handful.
Well, talk about an understatement, Peter. He's Argentina's greatest number 9, without doubt. I don't think I've ever seen anyone strike the ball with such violence, if I can put it like that. We might well be seeing his iconic celebration in the next couple of hours.
Zanetti kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Nicked it back promptly. There's the crossfield ball. Neymar could try cutting inside here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And that... Mbappe! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Zanetti gets it away. Cannavaro. And it's Roberto Carlos. And here's Mbappe. Can he finish? Just off target.
Mbappe is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Half an hour played now. Beckenbauer calmly anticipates. Now it's Mbappe. That's an imaginative pass. And here's Batistuta. Nice control. And he's there to clear it. 0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game. Now it's Neymar. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now it's Mbappe. He's having a go! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now. Perhaps the final meaningful act. Roberto Carlos! Now, he's tried one! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Lampard. Schneider.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
A really well-measured ball. David Villa in acres of space out wide. There's the whistle for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. And we are up to the break.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained, so I'm looking forward to what's to come.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And we are already promptly back underway. 0-0. And we're at the halfway point.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
He's picked his way through. And Shevchenko! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, that was highly impressive. He went through them like a knife through butter, so that's raised an alarm or two.
Substitution on the field. Number 7, Schneider.
So, time for changes
Number
on
11,
both sides, actually.
Raoul. Number 24, Donadoni. Coming on the
Knocks
field.
it into space.
Number 23,
De Bruyne
Xabi
can
Alonso.
see things
Number
others
20,
simply cannot.
De Bruyne.
Somewhat off
Number
target.
19,
Has a look and
Rijkaard.
plays it forward.
Substitution in progress.
Beckenbauer promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Messi. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. India can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
He's found a way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, it's a header! He has done it! First blood drawn. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable. Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
It's a searching pass. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Just about up to 75 minutes. Now it's Shevchenko. Here's a shot! Lacking in accuracy.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Tries to pass it through. Serginho. Serginho, big header! He can get that clear. And here's Rijkaard. He's shot a goal! In he goes again! So close to drawing level.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
Corner number 2 then. And he can clear it away. Showing great feet there. Good effort from distance. That's a half-decent try.
Neymar really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
There will be 3 minutes.
Changes him with that pass. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Neymar, and he's had a hit! And that tested the keeper. That's that, the end. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Yeah, it was a fairly stern test with very little between two teams that scrapped for everything.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to
everybody,
kick
and
off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, we're on the way.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you could expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements, overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
Now it's Neymar. Hazard, great vision, and this is Raul. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That's been slipped through. He is through here. Yamal showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but Messi! Well, now it's a race for the ball. No way through. He's having a hit! And he has kept it out somehow!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Looking for options for movement. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
No goals as yet. And it's Neymar. Now it's Raul. He's on it. Can he get away? Well, that's an excellent interception. Costa Curta gets good distance on it. Lampard. Good ball over the top. And it's hoisted clear. Now it's Raul. Knocks it into space. Oh, well measured. Oh, that's well spotted. All Black with the clearance. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Roberto Carlos picks it up out wide. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Nicely aimed pass. And that could set him on his way. And this is Raul. Raul was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Yamal. Can he get on the end of this? That pass has been well intercepted.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Rijkaard tries to pass it through. Oh, super ball!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now, can they get him away? A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And we've reached half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. An intriguing half, lacking only in goals.
All the best
The
for
score
members of our
0-0.
fan club celebrating their wedding anniversary today. Substitution on the field. Number 14, Hazard. Number 26,
There's the start of the second half.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Number 13, Messi. Number 18,
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And they've got rid. And that is a little undercooked. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Cannavaro. Ball played for Rijkaard. Played out wide. Lampard. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Strokes it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Now it's Messi. And no, that was never going to make it. And it's Batistuta.
That was lovely, that.
Now that looks a decent ball. And he's managed to get rid. And smartly reclaimed. Messi. Oh, cracking ball. He's having a shot! He's scored! So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Goal! After 65 minutes is number 11, Kylian Mbappe.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. Swept in. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And he's worked it through. He might be in here!
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Haaland goes for a shot! Loose ball, in he goes again! He would have been quick to recover this. And he's heaved it away. That's the throw. Some resolute defending there. Griezmann thinks about the shot. It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
There will be one.
You know, it was an
minute at a
intervention
time.
that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Roberto Carlos. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Mbappe claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
To inform you now that the latest travel information
After
is
all of that,
currently
Jim,
being displayed
what are you
on the
thinking?
screen.
Well, this game looked to have 0-0 written all over it, but credit...
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here.
Hello, everybody,
Gorgeous,
and welcome
gorgeous
to
evening.
today's
The
match.
skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly... And the shots! Oh, the ball's come loose here.
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Yamal. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And it's Roberto Carlos. Stood up well to him there. Roberto Carlos just loves to go forward whenever he can. Goes for the shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's a good run down the left. He's shifting through the gears here. Ah, such a clever touch. Ah, he's had it taken off. This time, surely! Lampard! A legend of his time! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So we have the first goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. That's an excellent interception. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Now he's got space here. Mbappe stood his ground strongly. And the counter is on. Now it's Forlan. Messi. Batistuta. He's picked his way through. Oh, well played, well played. Oblak gets it clear. And here's Forlan. Nicely weighted ball. And he thumps it clear. Oh, that's a key interception. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. And this is Batistuta. Koulibaly. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0 to Messi. And it's Batistuta. It's a pretty
There will
loose
be 1
pass.
minute added time.
And we hit half-time. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter, be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Leading 1-0 at the break. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out.
Mbappe! He can get that clear. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
De Bruyne. Yamal. And the ball's gone astray. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Tries to pass it through. That ball looks a good one. Forlan is on his own. Can he finish? And another try! He scores! Santos are all square. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Could be danger here. There's the shot! Goal! Santos! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. That was easy, almost too easy.
Batistuta really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's
And Messi! No mistake! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Oh, what a mistake! Fiore! Goal! Santos! And they're back in front. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Santos take the lead.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off?
Well, that looks a decent ball. Great ball, and he's in here. Oh, Mbappe! Rodri attempts a clearance.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Added minutes has been indicated.
That's really well manoeuvred. And he cuts out the supply. And they've got rid. And that is as far as it goes. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see.